right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 6. Um, I have a quick little announcement, I guess. Um, I have decided to merge this week and next week. So week 6 and 7 will be merged into one. So that will be all today. Just because they're very similar, and I don't think I'll be able to fill 2 hours with just each. So that's why I've merged them. So today we will be doing. First, we'll go over some basics about CV2. So for whoever doesn't know much about CV2 yet, sort of teach you. um, and then after that, we will be doing a few integrations with UI, so CV2 integrations with UI. We've already done that a little bit, but they were very simple. Now we're going to do a little bit more advanced stuff. For example, actually, Nova gave me an idea, because Nova posted about making a kill feed. And Nova, there's actually a much better way to make a kill feed, which kind of allows you to sort of fake duplicating texts to have a kill feed. So we're definitely gonna do that. Yeah. No, not new lines. And there's also a way to make it automatically scale instead of you manually having to scale it. Switch. I don't think we have. So that is also one thing we're definitely going to be doing today. So that does mean that today is pretty much the last class, because next week will be the start of the final project. So. All right. My rec room is currently updating, so that's fun. Hopefully that's done soon. You're gonna be sad when the class ends. Why is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, if you already know CV2, then I guess for the first part you can just work for yourself. I am not going to update that. Um, Changing the alpha of an image with studio functions. Maybe you'll likely have to make an animation. Okay. Yeah, you'll likely have to make an animation. Um, I might be able to show that today as well. Yeah, I have a lot of friends added. A lot of people added. Rooms 2.0 tutorials. Interesting. Rise of the Pixels 2. Yep, it's right here. What maker pen skin do I have? Oh, the VM is doing weird things again. I have the gold one. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We need to load the room. Um, Probably not too long from now. We'll be doing the kill feed. I think that's probably going to be one of the first things because it covers a lot of CV2 stuff, so I can just sort of do it at the same time. Okay, why is there text on my screen? I That's from last class. Yep. Probably pretty soon, because the kill feed covers a lot of CV2 stuff, so I can just explain the CV2 while doing that. Scream your name. Oh boy. Okay, why is okay? Oh, my watch is finally normal. I don't have the old one anymore. That's interesting. Okay, so first, just a quick little overview of circuits. So, let's start with a very simple chip. So this is an add chip. It allows you to add things. So as you can see, it has 3 little thingies. Those are ports. And in this case, they are data ports. There's also different ports, like execution ports, which I will show. Maybe the easiest way to show this is using this. So this is a circuit board. You can fully customize it, add ports and stuff. Okay, so there's input ports and output ports. So we can add an input port. Currently it's set to an execution. So this is what an execution port looks like. It allows you to execute it and run it like this. And when you run it, you can make it do things. What can't you put in a circuit board? I think you can pretty much do anything. So there's also different ports, like there's a whole load of ports. Pretty much all of them are data ports except for the exec. So if we add an int, for example, we will see that we now have a data port. And we can click on it to set the data to, for example, 5. So that is pretty much what ports are. And then we can have output ports as well. So we can run more once this is done running. So now let's make a very simple little game, I guess, which is just going to be when you click the button, it increases a number. So first we need a button, and you'll see we get a board with ports on it. And then we need a chip that is called a variable, and variables allow us to store data. Clicker simulator. So in this case, we want to increase a number, so we would need an int, because an int is basically a whole number. A float is also a number, but it is a decimal number. In this case, I'm just going to use a whole number. So we can place this, and this is what a variable looks like. It has 4 ports, 2 in and 2 out. If we configure the chip or the variable, we can change its name. So I'll just set this to money, for example. And if we have multiple variables of the same name and the same like type, then they are always the same. So if I set this one to 1, for example, and you can use your connect tool to hover over any port to see the data that it currently has. So if we hover over this right now, it currently has 0. So it doesn't have any data. It's just 0. And this one is 2. If we set this to 1 and then execute it, then it will store a value of 1 inside it. And if we hover over it, we can see that it is 1. And now since this one to the right has the same name and the same type, this one is also 1. So variables can store data, and variables of the same name and type are always the same. Now, let's say I've got a friend joining in this room and I want him to see the same data as me. Currently, he won't, because currently these variables are local to every player. So for me, this might say 1 right now, but if someone joins, for them, it will still be 0. If we want that to be synced between everyone, so that everyone has the same value, we can configure the chip and make it synced. Now you'll see a little icon indicating that it's synced, and as you can see, this one also changed because they are the same. Now that we turned it on, it does reset the value, but if we run it again, then now if someone joins, this value will also be 1 for them. Okay, so now if we want to increase this number when we press the button, we have a few output ports here. So when we press the button, this will execute and it will give us the player data of who pressed the button. And when we release the button, this will execute and give us the player again. And this will tell us if the button is pressed or not. So if we use our connect tool to connect the pressed to the variable, then now if we press the button, you'll see that it executes. But currently, it will always set this to 1. Now, if we set it to 2, currently it's still 1, but if we press the button, now it's 2. So that's how you can set data, but now what if we want to increase the number when we press the button? There's a very simple chip for that, which is add. Add allows you to put in 2 values and it will add those 2 together, and then you'll get the total value out of it. So if we now drag the output value of the variable into the top of the add chip, you'll see that this instantly changes to the correct data type. And then so currently it's set to 0, so it will stay at 2. So it's currently 2, and it's adding 0, it will still be 2. If we change this to be 1, then first our value is 2, and then it will add 1, and that is 3. So now we can take this output, the number 3, and put it back into the variable. And now, as you can see, it will change the 2 to a 3 when we press the button. And now it will change the 3 to a 4. And it will keep going forever. So now we have a very basic clicker sort of game. Now, what if we want to display or sort of show to the user what our value is, like what number we are on? We can do that in a few different ways. We can, for example, change the text on the button. So if we look up for button, there is a chip called button set text. So if we put down this chip, you'll see that it has a couple different ports that we haven't seen yet. So of course we have an execution, then we have a target, which is of type button. So this allows us to specify what button we want to change the text of. So if we drag this all the way to the button, you'll see all the way at the top of the button, it has a button port. Pretty much every like component that you can interact with has one of these, and it is how you change things about that component. So for this, we want to select the button. So now the button is in here. And then we see another port that is called text, and this is a string. So a string is basically just plain text, which in this case can be a little bit of a problem because we have an int, we have a number, we don't have a string, and if you try to connect this, it's not going to let you because the data types are not the same. So we're running into a bit of an issue, but luckily it's very easy to fix. We can convert the int, the number, into a string. We can do that by using a chip that is called toString. The toString chip just takes one value, just literally any value. And when you hover over it, it also tells you any, and it will turn it into a string. So if we now input our number, and then as you can see, we now get the 10 as a string. And this we can put into here. So now if we connect the execution, you will see that we can see the number on the button. Now a different way to display it would be text. So we can place text anywhere we want. I'll just place it over here. And this also has, as you can see, a couple different inputs and outputs. In this case, we just want to set the text. So all we have to look at is these two. So we can again just grab the output port and put it in there. And then this also takes a string, as you can see. So we can directly put it on there. And now it also sets that. So this is very basic circuits. What you can also do is there are events. And if we get an event definition, yep, now let's get advanced. So events allow you to run circuits sort of wirelessly, if that makes sense. So if we place an event definition, this will allow us to like configure the event. So we can give the event a name. Oh, hello, Harrison. Yeah, it's pretty much Bluetooth. So let's say we want to make an event that is increase number. Then we can add properties to it, and a property is basically a port. So let's say we want to add a port that is number. I'll just call it number. And then we will, for the type, we choose int because we want a whole number. And now if we look at it, you'll see it's now called increase number and it has a port number. You don't actually see the ports here. You'll just see a list of the ports, and if you hover over it, you can see the type. So using this, you can't really do anything with this right now. This is just to sort of configure the event. Now there's two more chips that we need, which is an event receiver and a sender. So if we get the receiver, this is, what am I walking into? Oh, it's the camera. Let me move it over here. Okay, so the receiver, of course, receives a signal, and the sender sends a signal. Now, currently, you'll see they only have execution ports because these are not set to anything. So we need to configure them and set an event. So we just made an event called increase number. So I'm going to set it to that, both of them. And you'll see on the sender, we do have another option, which is target. So we can actually send it to different groups of players. We can choose to only send it to ourselves or, ourselves. We can send it to everyone, the authority. Authority is basically the player who currently has authority over those circuits, I'm pretty sure. I never really use this. I don't quite understand it, but that's fine. We can send to others, so it will send to everyone but yourself. You can send it to a specific player, and if we choose this one, you'll see that another port appears, which is target player. So you can input a player to send it to. Or we can send it to room authority, and the room authority is basically the player. Nova, that is correct. And the room authority is basically the player that is authority over the room. So in most cases, room authority is the player that has the best hardware. They are basically running the room, sort of. In this case, we'll just use local because we're just going to be sending to ourselves. Okay, so now you'll see that we have a number output port, and over here we have a number input port. So let's change this up a bit. Let me remove this one, and then I'll get the receiver. And I'll move the button over here. Okay, so let's make it so when we receive this event, it will increase the number by how much we input. So we first input the execution, and then we have the number. Now, currently, if we execute this, it will increase by 1 because that's what we set it to over here. But we can also input this one. So now we can specify how much we want to add, and it will add that much to the number. So now we have the sender over here, and we can select a number. So currently, if I just run it, you'll see it stays at 31. Nothing really happens. If I set it to 1, you'll see it's now 32. And if I do like 8, it should go to 40. And there we go. So now we can set how much we want to increase it by and sort of wirelessly increase it, which can be very useful sometimes. Okay, so that is a bit more advanced. Now let's see if we can make that kill feed that Nova is trying to make. So let's go into Studio and open up our HUD. Okay, so let's say I want a kill feed to the left of my screen, on the left side. First, I'll just add an image. Oh, not in a different canvas. Oopsie. Okay. I'm just going to add my beautiful rounded box to it. Okay, so I'll place this to the left side. Okay, in here we want a few texts because that's how we're going to display the kill feed. I'm going to center the text, and currently, as you can see, it goes outside of the box. But of course, we can easily fix that because we can, on the image, we can add a content size fitter, and we can say that we want to have it always be the same size as the content, which currently it's not doing, but that's because we also need to add a vertical layout group, and there we go. Now it will always fit the content. So if we add more rows of text, there you go, it will always fit. But now we have the same issue that Nova is running into. It will sort of grow in both directions. What if we want it to grow downwards or upwards? If we want that, then we can go on the image and change the pivot. So currently the pivot is set to the center. If we set the X for the pivot to 0, it will usually there's a indication of where it is, but it doesn't show it right now for some reason. But X0 is basically here and X1 is here. So 0.5 would be in the middle which we do want, and then Y0 is, I think, at the top or at the bottom. It's either one. So now if I remove these and add another one, you'll see that it will grow upwards. And if we change that to a 1, then it should grow downwards. There we go. Can you add padding? Yes, you can. So on the image, where on the vertical layout group, you've got padding options. So we can add like 25 in like each direction. There we go. And you can also change the spacing between the elements like that. I think 25 is a bit much. Maybe 10. Yeah, 10 looks good. Okay. So now we pretty much have a kill feed, but of course it only says new text. It's not really interesting. Plus, if I make one text empty, that area is still there. Now, the way that we can sort of dynamically do this is we can make the text expand when there is text, and if there's no text, we can make it not be there, sort of. So if we go on the text, we can add a content size fitter on that as well. And then we can do vertical fit preferred size, and boom, it just disappears. Now there is a slight space still there, because that is the spacing that we set in the vertical layout group. We can just set it to 0, that's fine. So now, if I start typing, it's there. If there's no text, it disappears. Now let's do that for every single one. I'm just going to have like 5. Okay, so now we have a kill feed that can show, but now we need to set up a function to actually show the kill feed. Also, I'm just quickly going to set this to left alignment. There we go. And I'm also going to make it grow like that. Cool. Oh, you want different colored text in your kill feeds? That's pretty easy to do, because what you can do, since this text supports rich text, you can do like this should be black, I think. Yep, now we've got black. And then we can do, yeah, FFF is white. So that's how you can have colored text. Okay, so now let's go set up the function. So let's add a function and set it, call it like update kill feed. Then I'm going to add 2 input ports, which is going to be a string and an int. So the string will be like feed or text, I don't know. And the int will be index. Now we're going to use something that we haven't used before, which is a switch. And a switch basically allows you to say like, if this, then do that, and don't do anything else. So in this case, we need to set a switch value, which we're going to use the index for. I'm going to remove the default one, and then if we click the plus next to cases, we can add a different condition. So if the index is 0, then it will execute these instructions. If case is 1, it will execute these instructions, etc. If you want to do infinite, then yeah, well, not really, because there's a limit to how much text you can have in a text. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna do like 5 lines here, which I'm using 5 different text for. You can use new lines as well, but I think this is a little bit easier to set up. Okay, so now we have 2 cases. We do need 5. So 4, and that's 5. So now we need to select every single one that we have. So 0 will be this one. 1 will be this one. Okay, there we go. And now we need to select the method for each. So we go to Text Mesh Pro and then the T text set. We need to do this for every single one. And the last one. Okay, so now we have all the methods set. Now we need to select what we want to set the text to. So for each, we just want to set it to the same, which is the text input. Okay, that is done. So now we can go in game and test it out and make the circuits for it. Alright, here we are, and the camera is messing up again. Okay, so if we look on the left, we can see a little transparent dot. That's our kill feed. It currently doesn't display anything because we need to set it up. So we should have a function, a studio function. Our HUD is over here, so. And update kill feed. There it is. So if we, for example, just do hello there, then you'll see that is interesting. Why is it doing that? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like it's not updating or something. That's weird. That's really weird. I'm not sure how to fix that. Anyway, it does display, so I guess we can still continue. Okay, so we're gonna need a couple things. First being a list variable. In this case, a string variable. In a list, it's literally what the name says, it's a list, so you can store multiple things in it. And you can identify a list by these little brackets on the port. So this is a list string, so we can store multiple strings in this single variable. Animations are fixed, yeah. At least in the latest update. Okay. What we want to do is add let's say someone kills someone. What we want to do is when someone gets killed, we want to add that kill feed, like that kill, to this list, and then when it gets added, it should display, and after a couple seconds, it should go away again. So the way we can do that is have an event receiver. Actually, let me rename this list. Kill feed list. Okay, so there should be, no, it's still called list string variable, but that's fine. So we have an event that is kill feed lists changed. So when this kill feed list changes, then we get an event here, and this will run. We do actually also need another list, which is a float. And this will store the times of when an item was added, so we can keep track of when it should be removed. So this will be kill feed time list. Okay. Instead of using this, we're actually just going to run it always, but on a 1 second delay. And if you want to run something on a 1 second delay, because currently if you use this one, update 30 Hertz, it's always just going to run because it runs 30 times a second. If you don't want that, you can just put a delay and input the after delay to cancel, and then set this to 1. And now, if I just get a random chip, you'll see that it runs once a second. Okay, so now we want to first check if there's anything in the kill feed list. So we're going to use a switch, an integer switch, and we need to get the count of how many are in the list. So we're going to select the kill feed list. So now we can get the amount of items that are in that list. So currently it's 0. And then on the switch, we're going to input 0. So if it's 0, it will execute this. If it's not 0, it will execute that. This is pretty much the same as an if equals thing, but it just saves one chip because the if equals is literally just this. So that way, that way you can save one chip. I always use this method. So okay, next we need to, so if there's nothing in the kill feed, we don't need to do anything. If there is something in the kill feed, we need to check if our current time has passed sort of the remove time of when the item should be removed from the kill feed. So now we do need to, actually we need a for, because we need to loop through 5 items, because we have 5 items that can be in our kill feed. But sometimes it can be that there's only like 2 items in the kill feed. So we need to check using a if value. So what we're now going to do is, if the items in the list are more or the same as 5, then we're going to run 5. If it's not 5, then we're going to run the amount that it currently has. Okay, and then now we need to check the time. So we're going to get an if get element, because we need to get the item from the list. So we're going to select the time list because we need to check the time. And then we need seconds. So time get precise seconds. This is how we measure time. So the time get precise seconds is the amount of seconds since I launched Rec Room. So as you can see, it's counting up. So I've been on Rec Room today for 3,000 seconds. We need to add a couple seconds to that. Actually, not this one. We need to add to this one. Almost, oh my god, you've been on Rec Room for a while. Okay, so here we can select how many seconds it should take for the kill feed items to disappear. So let's in this case do 5 seconds. Then input it in there and then our current time. So actually needs to be the other way around. So if our current time exceeds the time of when it was supposed to be removed from the kill feed, then we can remove it from the kill feed. So we can do remove list remove. That's it. Here we go. List remove. And we actually need 2 of those because we have 2 lists. So we're going to select both lists. Wait, Nova, what are you trying to do? Oh, for the I'll get to that later, don't worry. Okay, actually now that I think of it, we are not needing this at all. We can always just look at the first one only. Yeah. Okay, so now we can remove items from the kill feed. Now we just have to add items. So if we do list ads, we need 2 of them. And then we need to get our current time. And then let's put in DJI core eliminated Nova. There we go. So you won't see this on the kill feed yet, but we can see, so there is currently 1 in the list, and after 5 seconds, it's gone. There you go. All right, so now we can use the function. So the function, I'm going to, let's see, select the function, update kill feed. Let's select the HUD. Okay, so now we do need to run through all 5. So we need to calculate this again. Okay, let me move this up a little bit so we have more room. Okay. Then what we will do is the index will be this one, and then the text will be, where is it? This one. Okay, and if we just connect that here, it should always run. So now let's try adding something. All right, it says DJI Core eliminated Nova, and after 5 seconds, it should go away. Actually, no, it will not, because this is 0, so it doesn't run at all. So we need to do another check to see if it is 0, then remove. There we go. So DJI Core eliminated Nova, and gone. There we go. We've got a kill feed. Pretty easy. Okay. So Nova wanted to make an overlay that displays when you get hurt. Yeah, like a darkness thing. Oh, okay. Got it. Crap. I need to update my studio because my animators are still bugged. Well, that's fun. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Okay, I guess I'll have to. I'll just update Studio. We've pretty much done everything for this class already. See, like that's what I mean, like at the start of this class that I wanted to merge this one and next week's, because it's very quick. These are the circuits. What? Alright, this is gonna be a fun, long wait again. Wait, did my game crash? Yeah, sure. Let me invite you up on stage. Hello. Oh, wait. I don't think I'm able to hear you. Hold on. Is everyone else able to hear Nova? Yeah? Okay, hold on. My headphones probably messed up again.
Give me a second. Oh, oopsies. Hold on. That's...
Oh, I think I can hear you.
Okay. Wait, where's my... Give me a second. So... D drive...
Intense typing.
Yep. Okay. Just because my stream was bugging, I've got another method. Sorry about that. Capture window. Oopsies. Capture window. That one. Okay. Capture cursor. Yes. Alright, sorry about that. Sorry that took so long.
It's all good. We've got time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure I have the right driver on. There we go. Okay. I just had to switch to my camera because my stream's bugging. Okay. I made a little just animation that's literally just like it closes, waits a little bit, and then opens.
Okay.
Whenever I do it, it never works. So I made a parameter that's trigger. I did the transition any state to the animation. I put the settings in, and it just never works. That's one to know if I have it right before I actually close Studio and actually go in.
Okay, so what I would probably do, because I always absolutely hate triggers, what I
Yeah.
usually do is just have a state. So you'll have two different states, which is the dark state and the not dark state.
Okay.
So
So I just split off the animation there, so it deletes that, and then so I'd have like that, right?
no. So copy the first part.
Mm-hmm. Let me just undo what I just did because I just deleted the other half.
Oh, you don't need the other half.
Well, I've already wait for this. Busy because it's undoing the echo. There we go. Alright, there you go.
Okay, so
So
copy the first part of this.
Yep.
That's the entire thing. I mean, just the first frame.
Oh, the first frame. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, now make a new animation.
Create new clip. Darkness, animation, close. It's loading. Yep. Alright, there we go. Yep.
Okay, now paste it.
Paste it. There you go. And then we just go back. Oh. It deleted it? No? No? Oh yeah, it made it shorter, that's why. So I'm guessing I take this one.
No.
And then I move that to
So basically how it works with states is you're only using the first frame in every animation. And then it will automatically transition between them.
Okay, so I just take that away, yeah?
Yes, and then you move that to the first frame.
Yeah, okay. So then this one, is it closed? This one, okay, well. I made a mistake. Hold on. There we go, fixed it. So that one should be that, and that one. Yep.
Okay. Now go into the animator, yep. Okay, so delete the trigger.
Trigger. Delete. Yep.
Then add a new parameter, but in this time an int. I usually call it state.
Yeah, just state. I'm just gonna name it actually something. Just because this is gonna be all effects that ever happened for it, so.
Okay. Then from any state, you also need to make a transition to, yep, that one. And then click on the transition from any state to close.
Yep.
Then here for the conditions, you need to add a condition. And then if the state equals whatever, if you want, yeah, so 0 would be closed then. So it would be closed by default as well.
Yeah, I want that because I don't want it to be black the second you spawn in. Actually, I just want to check because they aren't named very clearly. Oh yeah, no. No, I definitely want that to be 1.
Okay, then the other one needs to be 0.
darkness. How do I delete? So I've got two now. Over. Then equal to 1.
Yep. Okay. Now you
So
can make a function.
hold on. Do I turn this off? Can transition stuff? So I'm pretty sure you have that.
Yeah, turn that off.
Okay.
Yeah, so make a function.
So then I
Okay.
just go effects, that animator, set trigger int.
No, set integer parameter.
Ooh, that's a big word. Here put monitor. Am I blind? Am I in the wrong section?
I don't know. We can't see what you're seeing.
Oh, okay. Set vector, set trigger, set quaternion, set lookout, set integer, set float. I don't think it's here.
Hold on. Let me check for mine. I don't. Do I have anything with an animation? I don't know if I do.
Hold on, let me see if I can. Hold on, give me a second, wait. I'm gonna turn that off real quick, and then I can switch it to a screen view instead, so you can actually see. That is the right monitor, yes. That there. Turn that on. Yep, there you go.
Oh, it's called set integer, not integer parameter.
Oh, okay. Well, now I gotta wait for it to type it back in.
So it's in the capital S, the uppercase
It's
S,
animator,
and then set
capital
integer.
S, and at the top.
And then
Set
it's string int.
string. Oh yeah, because it's gotta be darkness state, and then int can just be a new input port. Does that work? Should that work?
The string needs to be what you called the
Oh, did I?
parameter.
Oh, it must have cleared it. I must. No, I didn't press enter. That's why.
Okay, that should be
Should
it.
work. Okay, I will let you know if that works. So I will close my studio and I'll upload it and then close my studio. Thank you. You can take the stage.
Okay. My studio is finished uploading. But I guess we already just did what I was gonna show you to do. Okay. I don't really have much else for this class. So if anyone has questions or want me to explain something or show something, then put it in the chat. You have an idea? A custom subtitle. Okay, yeah, sure. We can do that. Canvas above someone's head and sync without using net. That's a good one. I'm not sure. Oh, right. I should probably stream, huh? There we go. Okay, let's do that then. Like a custom name tag. Let's make that. So first, I'm going to just add text. Why did it add an image? I don't want an image. Go away. Okay, so we have text on a canvas. I'm just going to make this canvas 0 because yes. Okay, the text we want it to automatically scale and be centered. So I'm going to add the content size fitter. It's by default going to be nothing. Okay. Okay, let's make this a prefab. I'll call it name tag. Okay, the canvas will having a slider. You want to take over the class? Better if I show. You can be co-teacher. Okay, so I added the billboard to the canvas, and why is the text over there? That's not what I want. There. Okay, add the studio object, script, and then so you could do this with functions, but it's probably better, well, easier to do it with a Unity event because you can directly sync the string instead of having to make an event to sync it. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so Unity event string. It's been a long time since I've used these, so this is going to be fun. Where do you put the content size fitter? On the text. So on the text, I have a content size fitter with horizontal and vertical fit, both to set to preferred size. That will make it like automatically size for the text. So if you want a background on the text, then you can add an image, and then inside that image have the text. And on the image, we want a vertical or horizontal layout group, doesn't really matter which, and a content size fitter. There we go. Now the background scales with the text. Of course, it's now white, so you don't see the text. But if I make it black, there you go. And then you can, of course, add padding. And you can make it like see-through if you want it to be. Okay, so back to the event. So I will call this set name. And then make it so the text gets set. Okay, that should be it. Yeah, that's it. Now, oh boy, actually, so usually how I did this in the past was having like, depending on how many people you have in your room, like the max people, I would have that many of these name tags in the room. But now it is probably best to, actually, I don't know. Oh, right, you can replicate. I completely forgot about the replicator. Oh my god. Yeah, let's do that. The replicator. Completely forgot about it. Okay, so then we should be good to go already. So I need to launch Rec Room again. Can't believe I forgot about the replicator. I need to add a collider to this too. Oh, Nova, what's up? Like health? Like you can literally add anything you want to this. So currently we just have text, but you could, for example, even add a slider and then you can have a health bar. Yeah, just a regular studio function. But keep in mind, you will have to sync it. So you have to make an event to send it to everyone. But yeah, you can add literally anything. You can add a profile picture to it. So you can display someone's profile picture next to their name, for example. Already done. Oh, right. I should probably add a canvas interaction. And wait, confusing. Wait, did someone join me? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Oh boy. I don't know why I'm lagging this much. Oh. Alright, we're lagging a bit less. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Okay. Replicator. There we go. Let's select our name tag. And I'll pre-allocate 10. Okay. So this is honestly pretty easy. All we need to do is when someone joins, we need to replicate it and then position it and set the name. So we need an event that is player joins. I always like to first run a 2-second delay after someone joins because sometimes circuits don't always work immediately, which is kind of dumb. Then we need to check if player is local. Because there's two parts to this. If we are the player that is joining, then we need to replicate. But if we are not the player that is joining, then we don't need to do anything. But if we are not the player that is joining, then we do need to set our like the name tag of our thing again, because for the new player that just joined, it won't be set. So let's actually, I can just, if we are local, then spawn next object. I'm just going to spawn it at 0. Oh, I need a, what's that called again? Quaternion. And we're going to assign it. Okay, so let's say I join. Of course, that's not local. Then it will spawn one. So we now have a name tag. Can I hit the rotate tool and click on something? Yeah, why? What about it? Oh boy. Yeah, I think. Okay. Okay, so we need the studio event sender. What was the event called? Set name. Okay, so now our name tag will be set to our name. If I run this, wherever it is, here it is, it's my name. The background again doesn't size correctly for some reason. No clue why. But it does say my name, so at least that's good. And if you were here in the last class, then you know you can also add like an outline around the text so it's more readable. So for name text, that's probably a good idea to do. So now we need to position it. Let's get an event receiver. And we want to have it super smooth, so I'm going to use the update one. And then set position. First, let's check if it's valid. Because if we don't have a name tag, then there's no reason to be running this. So if it's valid, then set the position of the name tag to head position, where is that? String. Unity event string. Okay, so let me explain what I'm doing here. So we're first getting our head position, so the position of our head. And then we are getting our current position. We're getting the up vector, so that's the direction that goes up. And then we're scaling that up direction by however far we want up. I'm just going to try 0.25. So this is in meters, so this will be 25 centimeters up in the air. And then we're going to add that to our head position. So what this will do is this position should be 25 centimeters up from our head. So if I set that, then now... Oh, the collision for it is on. Oh no. Yes, but I'm pretty sure that uses more CPU. I could be wrong, but I think that is the case. Yeah, I think I can see it like slightly when I open my Maker Pen, but it's too low. So 0.5 maybe. Oh, it's very small. But yeah, it is there. So that's how you can add custom name tags. And I can't stand up because it has collision. I need to turn the collision off. Yeah, the background, why that doesn't scale, I'm not sure. I'm very confused about that. Where is it? Where's the name tag? Decoration. Right, there's the name tag. Try adding new line after the name. Let's try that, I guess. Nope. I don't know what's wrong with it. New line and the space. Nope. It just puts my name up. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you guys want me to explain or show how to do? Next contest is potentially leaked. What is it? I saw there was a maker pen of like a cat maker pen skin. Yeah. I'm not really. I don't know. I'm probably not going to join the contest. Mr. Ink. What? Um, well, Mr. Ink, is it not working? The your circuits? Oh, Nova Honeybun has like over 30 cats. You um I don't have those circuits anymore. Okay, let me quickly check over your circuits and see if you forgot anything. Oh, I see. Um, Currently what is happening is when you add to your when you add an element to your kill feed, it's immediately deleted again because the time is always more than what you set it to. Because where you have your list add chips, you're setting the like remove time always to 5, but that shouldn't be the remove time. That should be the time that it has been added. So you have to connect the time get precise seconds into that list add instead of what it currently says 5. Wait for the VPD. What is a VPD? What is that? No, 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 not that, Mr. Ink. Don't connect it there. That one should stay as 5. Just where you have your list add chips. So where you uh, add to the um, the kill feed. So in the top right. Yes, that one. Subtitle with animation. We've got 8 minutes. Am I gonna be able to do that? It doesn't show on the kill feed. Oh, the circuits after what's it called? So the circuits after the list remove add, they shouldn't be connected to the list remove add. They should be connected to the run on the delay. That too. Okay, here, let me see if I can show you, Mr. Ink. So this is your screenshot. Over here, these circuits, right here, this one shouldn't be connected there. So this one shouldn't be connected there. It should be connected to the run right here. Oh, nice. Wait, that list get element, the index should be this index. Yeah, you can always watch the class recording. Okay, I think that is pretty much it for today. If anyone is having trouble with today's class, of course, just send me a message and I'll help you out. And for anyone who wasn't here at the beginning of the class, I'll just quickly repeat what I said at the beginning, which is like today's class and next week's class were merged to together to today. So that means that next week will be the last class, and that will also mean that next week is the final project. So make sure you're all ready for that next week. No, it's not due next week. Don't worry about that. I'll be giving you the final project details next week. Sorry to scare you guys like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So, I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.